Okay, so I think that it is 6 o'clock. So this girl is about to get started. Everyone, mute yourself if you can. I'll press mute all. Hey, girl. Okay. We are rocking and rolling. I have pressed record. I have my timer so I don't get too crazy. Okay, you guys. So this team call tonight is all about Summit 2019. I know that everyone who went is still on a high from when they went. I know I am. I'm super excited to share with you guys more about what I learned, my key takeaways during the entire summit. And first of all, Summit was amazing, you guys. It always is. I missed it the first year that I was a coach, but ever since then, my first summit was 2 years ago, and it was actually in New Orleans, which we're going back to next year. And ever since then, I come and I make it a priority in my business to come to that live event every single year because it's completely life-changing. It's a game changer. My first summit I went to, I knew one person. And this year, coming back to Summit was like a family reunion. It was so incredible to see all of my friends that have become my family, my fit family in this business, my partners, all of that. So basically, we had different workshops and we learned from top coaches in the company. And we also heard from Rachel Hollis, which was amazing. I'm going to tell you guys my key takeaways from her presentation as well. And we just had a really good time, you guys. Working out with 20,000 people in the room is insane, like outside, sweaty, together. It's just magic. And I want all of you guys to experience that. So if you did not make it to this year's summit, make it a priority in your business to go to next year's. So a little bit about me. If you guys don't know me, my name is Alex, and I am in my 3rd year of coaching. So I started coaching in 2016. Yeah, 2016, April. And I was one of those coaches that like you wish would come to you because basically I was making a big move from Virginia to Arizona. And on my way there, literally, I was like, you know what, you really need to get in shape. You need to lose 20 pounds. So I hit up my coach and my friend, Virginia, and I told her, hey, I want to sign up as a coach. And the reason why I did that is because I knew in order for me to keep myself accountable, I needed to have other people watching my journey. And I knew that that was part of coaching. So I signed up, and once again, I was like a model person because she told me to sign up 2 people I knew. And so I signed up my boyfriend at the time and my mom. So I got to Emerald pretty quickly in my business, but I was not necessarily working the business. I was more so a hobby coach, just enjoying sharing my journey on social media, but not really diving into all of the business side of things. So fast forward about 9 months later, the biggest tragedy in my life happened. I lost my baby sister. It was about December at that point in time, and she was in her senior year of college. We were on winter break, and she was going to get to have her own apartment when she went back to school, and so she really wanted a puppy. She wanted a dog. So during that winter break, she was on her way driving down to pick up her puppy, 8-week-old poodle, and she was on the highway, and a big like Ford pickup truck in the other lane went across the entire highway median and hit her head on, and we lost her in an instant. And after that happened, you guys, I was lost. I was a mess. I was in despair. I was grieving hard. And about 3 weeks passed by, and I realized, like, you're still a coach. What are you going to do? And in my head, there was no coaching anybody. Like, I was going through the toughest thing I'd ever encountered in my entire life, the worst thing. I don't wish that on anyone. And so I had to make a decision. It was either I'm going to drop this coaching thing or I'm going to figure it out and run with it. And at that point in time, guys, I had been a pharmacist for about a year. So I knew what it meant to be a pharmacist and being a pharmacist in the real world and what that entailed. And I also knew that my baby sister was on a program. She was doing 21 Day Fix, doing the meal plan, and she was enjoying herself. And I knew that she would not have wanted me to give up. She wouldn't have wanted me to quit helping people. And so I decided, you know what, draw a line right now and just run with it. So at that point in time, it wasn't necessarily that I was going to run with the business just yet. I just needed my own healing. So I started T25 and I committed to it 100%. I also did morning devotionals in order to just talk to God. And I knew that he was the only one that was going to be able to fill my heart, that hole that she had left. And so between those two things, you guys, that year was me building and getting back into a routine and just committing to myself and my own growth and my own healing. And it was really good for me. And so, coaching basically saved my life, being a part of this community, these challenge groups, basically the fitness programs in and of themselves. I know that it was getting those endorphins released every single day that helped me each day. And before I knew it, I was happy again. I was smiling. I could find joy in the days and it wasn't as bad. So fast forward another year, I hit Diamond, and that was a decision. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Diamond is a decision. And I just made the decision and I went for it. I went for it hard and I got it. In the summit, I was able to get my Diamond medal, which I don't have on me right now, but I got it and I'm super excited about that. Okay, cool. So that was about me, you guys. And now I am going to be diving into my key takeaways from my summit experience. So basically, I have different topics that I want to speak to you guys about. I'm going to start off with basically some business tips and some business takeaways that I got. And then I'm going to talk about Rachel Hollis and what she talked about. And then I'm going to end with some motivation for you guys. So I'm super excited to dive in. And I hope you guys are ready to go. Okay, so first off, you guys, the biggest thing that you can do right now, since we're halfway through the year, is to realign with what you want for your business. So to get some clarity in your business. People follow people who are going somewhere. And if you don't know where you're going, then it's going to be very hard for people to figure out if they even want to go with you and follow you where you're going, where you're leading. This is going to lead to balance. So some key questions I want you guys to ask yourselves over this next week and answer is this: who am I? So figure that out, you guys. Who are you? What do you see yourself as? Because that's so important. You have to know who you are. Number two, where are you going? Where am I going? Where am I taking this? How am I getting there? So what things am I going to do to get to where I want to be? And then what can I do to make an impact today in the season that I am in right now? The theme of this year's summit was you belong here, you guys, and you do. At the end of the day, you belong here. If you're here, this is the place you should be right now in your business. And no matter where you are in your business, you belong here. And it's just a season. If it's a bad time for you and if it's a great time for you, you know that this business has its ups and downs. So just wherever you are right now, think about what you can do to make an impact no matter where you are. This business, you guys, takes chiseling at it over time. It really does. I don't know how many times I've heard throughout the course of my coaching career that this business is all about consistency. And it's 100% true, you guys. And one of my big takeaways is using visualization. Think about the joy that you feel in the future that you're creating, okay? So basically, think about where you're taking this and think about how you're gonna feel when that's your life, no matter what it is. No matter what your business goal is, your business goals are, think about how you're gonna feel when you get there. Think about what that's gonna look like for you. And when you feel that joy, you guys, that's when you sit down and do the hard work. That's when you sit down and do the chiseling, the things that you have to do every single day to move your business forward, because you are attaching meaning to what you're doing on a daily basis. So that was one of the tips, because sometimes I have a hard time doing some of the hard work, and I don't visualize about how this is going to help me get there. And that's a key aspect that will help you in those times when you don't feel like it or you don't know why you're doing it and it's hard. Okay, guys. Create a business strategy. So you guys, this is all about the team. If you're building, whether you're building a team, whether you already have a small team, whether you have a big team, whatever place you are in, all roads, honestly, you guys, lead to coaching. So if you have not already had that conviction in your heart and that realization in your business that this is going to take you building a team, this is your wake-up call. So what you guys need to start doing is expressing to your people, expressing to your friends and family and your Instagram stories and your Instagram, like express to them what it means to be a coach. So there were 5 things that I really liked, and this came from Trina Gray, and she was just talking about the things that we can talk about to our customers. So number 1 is it's okay to start as a customer, but it's better to become part of our team. Now, why is that? It's because you're going to stay committed to your results, and it truly becomes your lifestyle. The people who are coming to us, you guys, they see us working out every single day. They see us staying committed. They see us making this a lifestyle, and therefore, that's what they want. When they come to us, that's what they're looking for. We all know that the only way they're going to get that is if they become a part of our team, if they join our tribe. We have so many customers who just come in, do a challenge group, and then they're out. The whole point that they came to you is because they want to change their lives. So make sure they understand that in order to do that, you need to be a part of this team. Also, you guys, let them know that they can get savings. Maybe for me, I liked that term savings instead of like discounts. So I'm going to start using savings instead of discounts. So they can get savings with awesome fitness and nutritional products like Shakeology. And then also they can earn extra income at home, online, on their time. That's huge, you guys, because so many people see coaching and they think it's like this huge commitment. But we all know that we start our journey in different places. And a lot of us started off not working the business. It was like in our spare time, we might do a little bit of work. So recognize that some people are intimidated thinking that they have to do a ton. And you do want runners, but at the end of the day, any type of access point that they can have into our culture, our team, this company, then that's going to lead them to where they're supposed to be in this business. And that's all that matters. All right. Number 2, use simple language, you guys. The person who communicates directly and the most clear is the winner. Okay. So basically think about, you guys, in a few sentences. Who do you want to work with? We are here to build a team. We are here to find our tribe. We are here to basically find people who want to run with us and sprint with us and match our pace in this business. So what are you looking for? You have to be so clear about that, you guys. People don't need to be guessing what you do or what it takes to be on your team or what you're looking for. Be very clear. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. One example is I support women who live anywhere, get fit, and make it a way of life. I help them find soulmate workouts and recipes they enjoy for their whole families. Another one is I mentor women who love fitness and have bigger dreams. I help them create extra income with an online business. I connect them with other supportive women. I believe in their success. You guys, those are so direct, and anyone who reads them has no issue understanding what you do, what you stand for, and why you do it. Number 3, show the business. Guys, imperative that you show what it means to be a coach on a daily basis, okay? So share your lifestyle. Show who you are mentoring. That's huge. I've not done that yet. Show who you're mentoring, you guys. This builds credibility. It shows people that you do have a team, that you are mentoring ladies, and that they can trust you. Give details about the people that you're mentoring, about their success. And then underneath that, talk about what that's doing for you, how that makes you feel, okay? Number 4, teach the compensation plan in action, you guys, especially those of you who are business builders and you're really trying to build a team and get your coaches like working and loving what they do and being committed and being consistent. You have to teach the compensation plan in action. Beachbody makes amazing stuff. You can trust their stuff, right? All of us want to be such experts on the stuff, but trust me, you guys, it's all good. It's all there. Let's shift our focus and become experts on the compensation plan. That's something that was a key takeaway for me that I know that I need to work on, that I have not done. YouTube is there for a reason. Everything that we need in this business is right at our fingertips. There's so many trainings, so many resources. Let's become experts on the compensation plan. And then when people come to us and they're coaching, our coaches that we currently have, we should be able to ask them, okay, what's your income goal? How much do you want to make? And based on their answer, we should be able to grab a piece of paper and break it down for them. Show them, okay, this is what your team volume needs to be. This is your challenge pack commissions where they need to be at. And this is where your team cycle bonuses need to be at. Straight to the point so that there's no guesswork. And they know that if they want that income, these are the things that they need to do. And I feel like that'll help people show up more because they realize, okay, I want to make $300 a month. Alex told me this is how many challenge packs I need to sell. This is how many team cycle bonuses I need to be getting. And this is what my volume has to look like in order to reach that number that I want. So it just makes things very super clear. And then if they're like, oh, it's not working, that's when we can dive in and see the little adjustments that need to happen. Have you been doing your tracker? All of those types of things. And it will just give people that conviction and realization early on in their business that if they want something, they're going to have to work for it. And when they do, it will also teach them and show them that there's limitless earning potential in this business, which is absolutely incredible. All right, next is, oh yeah, and a part of that as well, you guys, as coaches, you need to make your goal to help your team hit their income goals. So that kind of goes with that, right? Your goal as a coach, I think a lot of people focus too much on their own income goals. But in order to be successful in this business, you have to focus on your team's income goals, because once they start hitting their goals, that's automatically going to turn into you being successful. You have to lead from the back. You have to show them the way in the front and show them the activities to do, but then help them on the backside reach their goals, because it's going to help you be successful in the long run. But make that your focus instead of your own income goals in this business. All right, so Rachel Hollis. Key takeaways from her. She was so amazing, you guys. At the end of that presentation, everyone was in tears. I was trying so hard not to let them spill over because we were all holding hands inside the entire stadium, and I couldn't wipe my eyes. My hands were like up, being held by other people. And I didn't even know either of the girls on either side of me. I wasn't sitting with people who I knew. But I was just like crying, the energy that you could just feel, the pulse, like it was incredible. You guys have to go to live events and just experience, because then later when you're at home and you're alone and it's hard, you can go back to that experience and be like, no, I know why I'm here. I know why I'm a part of this company. I know the amazing work that we do. So with Rachel Hollis, she was basically talking about like going next level. So this is like the leveling up your business type stuff. So one of the things that she said and talked about was, it is so amazing that you are where you are right now in your business. But I need you guys to understand that what got you to where you are right now will not get you to the next level in this business. It just won't. It's going to take more, you guys. So think about where you need to level up in your business. What skill do you need to work on in order to that you need to practice and solidify in order to move to that next level? Okay, so I've given you some examples previously to this. And then also, she was basically saying how everything that you need to level up is available to you right now. So that goes back to using your resources. Also, another big takeaway that I got from her talk was applied knowledge is power. You guys, we can learn all the things. All of us do personal development. All of us like read things and do things and like get all the knowledge. We just gather. But that's not power. The power comes in applying that knowledge. So just trying to make a practice out of when you do learn something, immediately applying it, immediately taking action, because that's where the magic is. That's when you actually move your business forward. At the end of the day, I will outwork you. I will take immediate action on what I learn. And honestly, that's the difference between one coach and another coach, is they're taking action. They're taking massive action every single day. They're not skipping 2-3 days of doing their business activities. They're doing them every day. And honestly, you guys, that's what leads to success in this business. It's It's everyday hard work, doing it when it's hard, when it's not hard, all of that. Also, another key takeaway I got from her is to love the word no. I spent the first probably year and a half of my business in fear of that word, like what it means, how to get over it. Like it really scared me to get no's. And with what Rachel was talking about is so true. She's like, are you willing to weather the no's to get to the hell yeses? Because guys, they are out there. I promise you, they are out there. People are watching you in your inner circle and in your circle of acquaintances. They are watching you and they are waiting for you to come to them and ask them to join you. And they're going to say, hell yes. But you have to get past all of those no's first to reach those hell yeses, but they are so worth it to reach them. The universe is making you tough enough. You guys, those no's, that's the universe making you tough enough to handle what's coming for you, because what's coming for you is going to be amazing and it's going to take you having some thick skin to endure it. All right. And lastly, what I have for you guys is some motivation that really helped me when I was sitting in these different workshops. And this came from all over the place, like different top coaches, you guys. So number one, lose yourself in the process. No matter what, show up and work. Get caught up in the grind. Grind stands for greatness resides in nonstop determination. So allow time to take its course and show up every single day, you guys. Number two, tell your story. It is so selfish to not tell people how this is changing your life, how it has changed your life, the things that it's helped you go through. My story, I don't tell it enough. And at this summit, I realized that. And it's like, whoa, like every single person who comes to my social media, low key, should know exactly what I've been through and what got me to this point. And a huge aspect of that is coaching. Do people know your story? Do they know your journey? Do they know why you love what you do? You guys have to tell your story. It's so selfish not to, because there is somebody else where you were, living in despair, living in having depression, wherever you were at the time before you became a coach. Someone is there and they really truly need to draw strength and inspiration from you. It's just so selfish to not pass that gift on to other people. So when you think of it like that, maybe it'll help you tell it more, because it does take courage. It's hard to share your heart, and it can be emotional, especially for me and my story and my journey. But I promise you guys, like, it's going to build trust with your audience and make that connection happen so much faster if they can see the real you. Number three, see your success as this. Am I doing better now than I was 365 days ago? It is so common for us to get in our own heads and think we're supposed to be so much farther in this business and life. And I want you guys to know right now that you're where you're supposed to be right now. But now it's time to take massive action to get to where you're going. And when you're thinking and having downcast thoughts about where you are, think about yourself a year ago. Draw out of that success the things that have changed in your life and how, oh, can you guys still see me? Someone unmute yourself and tell me if you still see me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I can't see you guys, but you still see me, so that's good. Okay. So yeah, so are you doing better now than you were 365 days ago? That's all that matters. If you can say yes to that question, be freaking proud of the journey that you took over the last year. If you're doing better now than you were last summer in July, right now, that is absolutely amazing, and be happy about that and be excited about that. Okay, you guys? Number four, outwork yourself. How do you do that? How do you know if you're outworking yourself? You're going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to be like, ugh, really don't want to do that right now. Ugh, really don't want to go live. Really don't want to do, like, what are they called? Those Instagram videos that people can see, IGTV. Really don't want to do that. Really don't want to talk about that. Really don't want to reach out to this person. Those types of things means that you are growing and getting better and you are outworking yourself. You cannot gain muscle and strength without resistance. You guys, we lift weights every single day. We're sitting here, we're building muscle, but it takes that weight in our hand, building that strength and that resistance. You have to do that and apply that to your business. Do the hard things. There's only one of you. No one is going to understand your vision as well as you are, you guys. No one's going to understand it completely. No one can. So therefore, when people have their opinions about what you're doing, it does not matter. They will never understand. Don't try to make them understand. Only you know what you're doing and how it's going to take you to where you're going. So understand your vision in your mind and block out any negativity because it's not meant for them. It's not meant for them to understand where you're going. Okay, and if you guys struggle with goals, I'm gonna give you a tip. I want you to cast a vision. Like I was talking about in the beginning of this call, visualize where you're going, visualize how it's going to make you feel, and visualize what you want to do, where you want to go, and who you want to become. Then set rules around that vision. So not necessarily goals per se. If you struggle with those and you find you're not hitting them over and over again and it's making you discouraged, because I've been there. But something that could be easier that I learned from Miguel Carrasco is if you set a vision instead and then set rules around that vision. So one of those things for me that I've done with my coaches is saying, you know, I love that you guys are loving your fitness programs. I love that you're getting your workouts in every day. But none of that matters if you didn't send your invitations. At the end of the day, you either sent your invitations or you didn't. So what I tell them is, I mean, if it comes down to it, I don't want you to even get your workout in for the day until you sent your invitations. That's how important it is to moving your business forward. So one of the examples that really struck hard with me was from Keith Callahan's book, Build to Last. And he basically talked about a room. So imagine you have a room and there's a whole bunch of like the college red plastic cups in it, and they're all turned over, flipped upside down. And under 5 of those cups, you don't know if they're in the back of the room, the middle of the room, the front of the room. You don't know where the heck they are in this sea of like 1,000 cups. But underneath 5 of them are your rock stars. They're your team. They're going to be your best friends. You're going to love on them so hard. They're going to be your soul sisters. They're under 5 of those cups. Are you willing every single day to flip those freaking cups over, to find those freaking 5 people? Every single one of you is going to say, hell yes, I am. So you have to take that and apply that every single day to your business. You have to find your 5. This business, to make it an income, if you want that full-time, part-time, you got to find your people. So therefore, you got to go out there in the trenches and flip those cups, you guys, even before you get your workout in. Have that type of resolve about inviting every single day. No matter how many invites you get, some days it might be 10, some days you have time, you do 60. It doesn't matter. You got to get it done, okay? And then lastly, you guys, this business can pay you $1 million. Are you treating it as the answer or just as an option? If this is $1 million business, are you showing up for it every single day as if that's what it is? All right, I have 2 minutes for questions. If anybody has any, I'm going to try to find you guys again because I can't see anyone. Okay, I see like 4 of you guys now. Unmute yourself if you do have a question or like anything that you want to add or say.
I'm just curious because I love to ask people this question. If you were to like pick one thing lately that you're doing that you feel like it's getting you all the results or traction, like one you're like, this difference would be.
That last part cut out. You said one thing that's doing what? Giving me traction?
Oh, sorry. My internet was unstable.
Oh, no, you're fine.
It was, yeah, like if you were to pick one thing right now that you feel is like, yeah, this is making all the difference for me, what would it be?
So I would definitely have to say just inviting to coaching and being completely all in with what's going on right now, the morning meltdown stuff. Like, I'm creating massive FOMO around that workout program. And I'm also taking massive action, inviting people to join me to that. It's so important, I think, to just go with the flow of what the company's doing, but then also really speaking to your people. So I think that for me, it's been really reaching out to people in a super simple way and inviting them to join me, because people are saying yes and they're just waiting on you to reach out to them. Okay, maybe one or two more questions before it cuts out on us.
I don't have a question, but that was wicked. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed. Virginia, are you on here? Because I'm trying to figure out how to go back to the big picture so that I can like stop the recording when it's time. You guys got this. Like, you know what needs to be done. It's just finding what's going to push you to make it happen on a daily basis. Honestly, that's like the hardest part. And what you guys don't know right now is I'm running a fever of 100.4. I have chills and I like am so tired and my whole body hurts. Like, I have these body aches and I'm sitting here with Theraflu over here on the counter. And for me, one of the things leaving Summit that I knew I had to do and focus on was no matter what, like that no matter what thing is very hard for me. And God tested me immediately. Like, this is 2 days after Summit. I'm sick as a dog. And there's no not showing up. So I grabbed some Energize, drank that. That's why I have any energy right now. But I promise you, the crash is coming. But I needed to prepare this talk with you guys. And this business is important. And I hope that you guys found some inspiration in something that was said today. All right, guys, I think that is the end of this call. Thank you so much for showing up. I know it's late some places. I hope you got great notes. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me, and have an amazing rest of your night.
Alex, go take some Tylenol, some Advil, get some rest. You killed that. Thank you for showing up for us. That's unreal. Seriously, nurse is telling you, you know it. Go feel better, girl. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.